So you want to be an owner operator? First you got to figure out what kind of truck you need for what kind of hauling you're going to do. I've done it all, and I can honestly tell you the Peterbilt 379 can do anything. But that being said, my fuel mileage last year averaged 6.25 miles per gallon. I just rebuilt my engine. So right now my average is 5.5, but it's on the way up. So my fuel cost is about 50 cents per mile at $2.70 per gallon. Okay, now when you're figuring your cost per mile, you got to figure everything that it costs to operate this truck. Easy Pass, that's $14 a month. Cell phone, that's $150 a month, or $1,800 a year. Safety equipment, I wear FHR pants and shirts just in case I go someplace and it's required I'm already dressed. But I spend $400 a year on that. Okay, bobtail insurance. If you're not leased to a carrier, you have the other insurances also. That's $19.80 a year. Tires. Set of tires is $4 grand. Last you about 4 years. So, or 3 years I should say. 3 grand, 3 years. But anyway, $1,000 a year. Oil changes. 300 bucks. I do it 12 times a year. I change my oil a lot. But that's $3,600 a year. Okay, your out-of-pocket expenses per week. I spend $100 a week. That's $5,200 a year. Repairs, $2,500 a year. Now you got things that you might or might not be reimbursed with. You'll have to figure out. Tolls, washes, com data fees, escrows, license plate. My license plate is 10211, 102.611. Permits, $22.50. Anything else on there? Well, anyway, all this comes out to cost me. I don't need a dollar sign. It's 71 cents per mile. Truck payment. Knew I forgot something. 71 cents a mile to operate my truck. That's without paying myself. And that's not, and I didn't write it down on here, but that's including my health insurance and a few other odds and ends. But you get the gist of this. And remember to use that link on OOIDA's website, which will be in the description. Okay, 71 cents a mile to operate. If I took $1 a mile freight, that would be 29 cents paid to me. 29 cents a mile. Now remember, my figures are on total miles, empty and loaded. And it's not what you gross, it's what you net. That's a big difference right there. Okay? Now, freight I pull pays $3.50 a loaded mile. I run around half the time empty. So that's $1.75 for every mile. Okay? 175 minus 71. $1.04 a mile profit. Okay, we got all this. I know I'm going kind of fast. You can watch it 2 or 3 times. Now let's say you're a lease owner, or what we call a fleece owner. If they're charging you $1,000 a week, that's $52,000 a year. If you buy a truck brand new, it's $500 less per month. Okay? You buy used, you can have a truck note from $1,000 to $2,500. If you're leased, yes, you can write off 100% of this $1,000 a week, but you get no benefits from it. You get the write-off. You don't own the truck in the end. You know, it's kind of like throwing money up a pig's ass and hollering, "Soo-wee!" So you see where I'm getting on this? I'm gonna make some other videos and explain all this a little bit more, but this is the gist of it. So if you're thinking about becoming an owner-operator, 1, keep a notebook. Keep records like you own truck. Use OOIDA, cost per mile spreadsheet. That way you know how much it costs to operate this equipment per mile. Like I said, everything figured in, mine's 71 cents per mile. I actually round up to $1. I will not take nothing will ride on this truck less than $2 a mile, plus fuel surcharge, plus all tolls, if any tolls are involved. Anything extraordinary gets added into this cost per mile. I charge $60 an hour demurrage. I allow you 2 hours from my appointed time till I'm gone. After that, if I'm there 15 minutes, you're paying me a quarter of $60. Half an hour, you're paying me 30. An hour, 60. I have been some places where I've sat 2 or 3 days at $60 an hour. Yes, we get paid for it. I haul chemicals, liquids, and dry bulk. mostly dry bulk if you look at some of my videos. So that's all this in a nutshell. I can tell you last year I only drove 88,000 miles, if that. Half of that was empty. I grossed $124,000. I spent $37,000 on fuel, and the rest of those expenses you can figure it up. I sleep in this truck 4 nights a week. I mean 4 nights a week, 4 nights a month at the most. I go home almost every day. Yep, and I run up to New York, and I run up to Chicago, and I run over to the east a little bit. My normal deal is 300 miles a day. I'm usually home for noon. I live a normal life. All my friends, lawyers, doctors, plant workers, plant supervisors, construction operators. I go to my grandkids' ball games. You understand what I'm saying? OTR ain't where it's at in the first place. When I started trucking in 1979, when you was a rookie, you worked local. The experienced guys did the over the road stuff. You worked local, you rode with an older hand for a couple weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, you learned the ropes. It was kind of an apprenticeship program. They'd hire you without a CDL. And well, it wasn't even a CDL back then, it was a chauffeur's license. You go to the driver's license bureau, get a chauffeur's license, go to work with a trucking company, and kind of be second seat with a city driver. Learn the operation, make good money. Ain't like that no more. You gotta figure every penny. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll talk at you later. Bye.